What's going on YouTube? This is stupid because I forgot what I was about to say just then. I was sitting there crushing a piece of cheese. How I feel about that, I'm sorry.
Hey, we might have to be on YouTube.
Good evening, podcast listeners. This is Permakids, and we're at it again. Podcast number 5, and we're here, me, Woodrow.
James.
Tron.
Podcast
Right
de
now.
los Permakid. Ay, 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 ay.
Let's do it, fellas.
Siempre.
It's all the Hanks out there.
Shout out to Hank Gator.
We love you, Hank.
We want you to come back. You do too far away.
I miss my nigga SA.
What are we talking about?
Anybody watch Super Bowl last night?
I saw the Super Bowl commercials via IGN.com.
I watched
sorry.
Super Bowl and the commercials.
I
I apologize for both of y'all.
didn't even go near the channel that the Super Bowl was on. I didn't find out who was
Are you
playing
talking
until
about the
today.
movie trailers, or are you talking about the depressing everything else?
I'm talking about all the above. This Super Bowl was all kinds of, I just stepped in doo-doo until the fourth quarter. But as far as the ads go, this was a terrible year
I
at
saw a
ads.
Budweiser commercial where a dog got lost and had to make its way home, and then a wolf was trying to kill it.
Yeah,
Like, what
crazy,
the
right?
fuck?
People were dying. Either people were amputated, or they were dying, or they had family issues in every ad that came on.
Or they were already dead.
Hey, there you go. I forgot about him. Shout out to that kid who was living his own version of the Sixth Sense.
It's a hyper-reality reflection of the shittiness of the world today.
my
Hey,
God.
welcome to the Permakids podcast.
That kid was like, I could have had cooties for the first time. I could have had a first kiss. I could have had such and such, but I can't because I'm dead.
I don't
And
even
I was like,
remember
it's a
what
cool
that commercial
commercial,
was
Super Bowl.
for.
For nationwide of all things.
Cool.
Insurance.
Hey, your
Of
kid's
all
gonna
things.
die. You want some money if he does die? Cool.
Clearly, nationwide was not on that kid's side.
Apparently not.
Jesus.
Hey, forget about all your
Nationwide.
kids first. Come buy some insurance. They're dead.
Hey, speaking of sad news, real quick, I want to knock this out of the way. Rooster Teeth's animator Monty Ohm died at. He was only 33 years old.
Yeah, he was one of the lead
Animators.
animators behind Red vs. Blue and RWBY and probably a bunch of other stuff too.
That stuff. That's why I got into this, knowing that regular dudes that could take something that was already made and kind of do their own stuff with it. Anyway, I don't want to get into all that sad stuff. We're Permakids. We're all
Yeah.
about laughter and fun.
Also kind of sad, but on a lighter note, one of the Power Rangers went to jail today for killing his roommate with a sword. That's kind of cool.
Allegedly.
Allegedly.
Most likely, he just swung at him with some sparks flying out behind him, and his roommate
He
just
said
blew up.
CCEI, and then everything went to hell. I mean,
Shout out to Tommy
that
Oliver.
dude is nuts. What is his name? Ricardo Medina Jr.
I know 6 or 7 years ago, the news was talking about some Power Ranger that killed people. It turned out to be just some extra who was on one episode of Power Rangers. But this was the Red Ranger of fucking Jungle Fury. Not Jungle Fury. Which one was it? Wild Force. Man, whatever. That season sucked anyway.
I knew one dude in 6th grade named Aubrey who thought he was a Power Ranger, but he never killed anybody. He was kind of special and he beat people up, but he didn't kill anyone. He was
Did
a
he
cool
have a
dude.
sword, though? That's the question.
He wasn't a real Power Ranger then, because only
No.
real Power Rangers kill niggas.
I know he was a real Power Ranger. He just didn't, transform yet. He was like them before they fought the putty people, the putties, the putty,
Putty
patrol.
Patrol.
He fought them before that, so he didn't have to go and switch suits. He was just like, I'm gonna stay in my wife beater and my pants, and I'm gonna beat people up. And that's what Aubrey did. Shout out to you, Aubrey.
I can't go on like this. I'm gonna say shout out to a person, but I'm not gonna say no names. But shout out to the mans and them who just watched Power Rangers to see them morph and then change the channel.
Oh, my.
Hey, he's never going to listen to this, so he can just go ahead and say his name. No,
That's
I'm
true.
not going to say his name.
Say it. Say
There's
it.
no
I
need
want
for
to
any
hear
of
it.
that.
Say it.
Anyway,
Andre Kennedy. Making volcanoes in his front yard.
Shout out to
Anyway,
Drake.
going back to the Super Bowl
Tito.
commercials and the depressing stuff and the 45-second long movie trailers, I want to talk about this Jurassic World movie that they're making with Chris Pratt and all that. Okay. I have
Joe
a friend-
Pesci.
Well, I guess I'm gonna okay. I guess I'm gonna talk about this in a different podcast in a couple of days. But I have a problem with this because I don't know if it's this generation that thinks it's cool to have Chris Pratt riding on a motorcycle with like a gang of velociraptors, but to me, that's not Jurassic Park. Oh yeah, okay, it's Jurassic World, big deal, but back in the day, back in 1994, who the fuck knew who Sam Neill was? It wasn't about getting like a huge star, throwing him in here and getting this huge blockbuster. It was like, we've got this great story, these great special effects, and you're going to be blown away by this. This looks just like another summer blockbuster movie. And they're taking the Jurassic Park name and they're sullying it with fucking popcorn bullshit. And I'm not okay with it. It looks like a fucking sci-fi movie with these goddamn... I don't know.
Now that you mentioned it, that scene with him on the motorcycle reminds me of something that is trying to get rebooted now. They look like Indiana Jones almost, with fucking velociraptors chasing behind them. Just like,
I mean, okay.
Awkward.
Do you feel like, okay, Hollywood is super lazy? Like, I'm not bad mouthing laziness because I'm lazy as fuck. What I'm saying is okay, like back before Daniel Craig was James Bond, he did a movie called Layer Cake, and in one scene he holds like a Walther PPK up by his face, and based off of that, they were like, hey, that guy could be James Bond. Granted, he did a good job, but if you watch the beginning of Guardians of the Galaxy, what do we see? We see Chris Pratt going into some abandoned ruins. He sees this relic, and he gets it, and then, like, he's ambushed, and he gets out, and it's like, okay, so Hollywood's not holding auditioning anymore. They're just watching movies that people are already in and saying, hey, that's kind of Indiana Jones-like. Let's make this dude Indiana Jones. That's lazy.
It is. They have this odd problem of just anytime one star gets big, all of a sudden they want to cast that person in everything. And like, not everyone is meant for every role, and you're gonna ruin movies by doing this over and over. I've only seen him in Guardians of the Galaxy lately, and I'm already tired of looking at Chris Pratt, and I don't want to see him in any more movies.
And that's another thing, like, if you're going to reboot an iconic classic like Indiana Jones or whatever, if you wouldn't have picked the person you're choosing to be Indiana Jones, if you wouldn't have picked them 3 years ago, or you don't think you will pick them 3 years from now, don't pick them. Pick somebody who's right for the role, not just who's hot now. Come on.
Sorry.
Anyway, I kind of went off on a tangent there. There's other Super Bowl commercials that were going on. The Avengers trailer. What else? What else was
Ted 2.
Ted 2 looks fun.
I think everybody's seen that. The majority that play, most people have probably seen them already, but they just come down 45 seconds.
Get 45-second version of the trailer.
Yeah.
That was another thing that sucked. The Super Bowl. What were you saying?
Wait, the game itself?
No, not the game
I was
itself.
gonna say-
Just the fact that, like, this time around, all the commercials were depressing. All the movie trailers were short, or we'd already seen them. And the Super Bowl itself sucked. I mean, we're Permakids. We don't really talk about sports, but some of us do watch sports. Go ahead.
This was a terrible time for the Super Bowl. Like, first off, as far as the game goes, it was cool for like a quarter and a half, and by that I mean the last quarter and part of the third quarter. But getting away from that, it was the ads were the most depressing things I've ever seen in my life. If I wanted to slit my wrist by the end of the third quarter because every commercial I saw made me either get depressed or I wanted to go home and cry somewhere. And I'm like, well, this isn't making Super Bowl fun at all. It's stupid. It's like, I don't understand why they felt the need to just make everything so sad. I know it's a sensitive time in the world right now, but I'm like, come on, man. That's the Super Bowl. I'm trying to have a good time. I'm hanging out with my friends. We're not trying to all stay look at each other and just like, we need to reevaluate our lives, man.
Ain't nothing sensitive going on in this fucking
fix the world with Super Bowl ads.
Look, man,
There's always been cool shit happening during the Super Bowl. What happened this year that made it so I can't see bitches in bikinis throwing Budweiser at me? What happened?
It's
what
like
happened?
big-breasted ladies throwing Doritos at like scruffy-looking dudes like myself.
This is one of those conversations that we can't go into because everything's PC now, man. So everybody's trying to like
Tumblr PC.
All of it. So everybody's just trying to be like, let's just chill and have meaningful things. And I'm just like, no, I want to laugh at dumb Doritos commercials and see like a hot girl make out with some nerdy kid.
Danica Patrick.
Exactly.
Scantily clad.
There were no
telling us about
GoDaddy commercials, I don't think, that I remember
There
seeing.
weren't, and-
there was one, but it got
And it was a
canceled
Popey commercial.
before.
And to me, the Budweiser commercial was a spinoff of what the GoDaddy people were trying to do.
Yeah.
So I don't understand. They aired the Budweiser one, but they got rid of GoDaddy.
It's-
The GoDaddy one, to me, if you go watch it and you go
Same-
back and
same
watch
thing?
the Budweiser one, they're pretty much the same thing.
The ending of the GoDaddy one, they tried to make a big deal because the puppy was just like, oh, it was getting sent to some mill somewhere, like to get obliterated.
Okay, if you're gonna make that a big deal, then why not make a
Sent to
big deal out of the
Korea?
damn whatever that
I mean-
mountain lion or something about to eat the damn puppy?
There's a lot. A tiger,
But they-
whatever
a
it was.
fucking wolf.
I mean,
A
if
wolf,
they
yes, a wolf.
if they would have
About to
let
eat
him
the
eat the
damn
puppy, then I will see what you're saying. But
They sent it to Korea to get eaten.
yeah,
You know what? Danica Patrick was in that GoDaddy commercial. She was the one driving the van.
Like I said,
It's
it
messed up.
doesn't matter, man. That I'm glad it's over. It was depressing, and I was the only one that noticed this. I looked on Facebook, and everybody else was just like, "I feel sad right now," and I shouldn't be feeling sad in the Super Bowl. I should be laughing at dumb
A
shit.
lot of people said that about
Here's
the
a thought.
Super Bowl. It was sad.
How about the Earth quit being a bitch and just let us go back to what we were doing that was just like, funny, probably somewhat insensitive. I didn't see anything insensitive about the Budweiser frogs. I don't understand why these got so damn conservative and sad recently.
But
I don't understand.
you
that
realize
shit
if
at
they
all.
had come out with something funny like the Budweiser frogs, we would have been like, that's just a ripoff of the Budweiser frogs. Can't they come out with something new?
Yeah,
I don't know.
I still would have preferred them ripping that off
me
than
too.
being chronically depressed right after the Super Bowls.
You just see some hawk like swoop down and eat one of the Budweiser frogs. Budweiser.
and they were like, "We can't do that because that's bad right now. We don't want to see animals getting hurt." Peter, it's like I don't care.
Even the McDonald's commercial was kind of like pulling at my heartstrings there for a second. Like they were telling people to like call their moms or hug their sons and shit. It's like as payment instead of money. I was like, what is happening?
I'm like, the
in
majority of
world?
them are probably sitting beside their parent watching the game, but now they're just like, "Damn, you kind of zapped the fun out of me right now. I don't even want to play any. I don't watch the game anymore."
Yeah.
I wish we had a soundboard because this would be a perfect opportunity for y'all to play Riley Freeman saying, "Nigga, you gay."
Nigga, you gay.
Oh, I'm burping. Oh, I ate too many burritos and I ate one burrito.
Okay, I don't want to talk about the Super Bowl anymore. Let's go to something else.
Well,
Let's talk about how terrible Taco Casa was today.
Yeah,
Oh my God.
there was like I told you guys there was nobody in that building. I said something's up. People know what's going on and we don't.
Taco Casa has become extremely expensive for no reason at all.
This is nobody but KC's fault.
It
I
is.
know.
Blame it on him. He the
I
one
made a
hollering
bad
about, "I
call
got
on that one."
Taco Casa blues.
That was my bad. And don't call me KC.
Now you just gave us all the damn Taco Casa blues.
Uncle KC, don't say that.
I will murder.
Uncle Casey. I called you Casey in an earlier episode.
You know, exactly. That's what I was about to say. He probably he didn't catch because he didn't
Hey,
listen to
one
it.
last thing I did see on the Super Bowl commercials. I'm sorry, that sounded so gay right now.
Really, you have to do this to us?
It's super gay. It's the Heroes Reborn teaser trailer. Okay, look, listen. Okay. I liked season 1 of Heroes. And
We all
I
did.
continued, season 1 of Heroes was badass. And I watched every episode after that, even though it was a fucking terrible show. I loved, they could have done so much with that. The writer's strike messed it all up. Anyway, none of that. We all heard that Heroes was coming back, and for some of us, we were thinking, oh my god, this reboot could fix what they messed up. Some of us were like, no, they had their chance, I'm done.
Yeah.
Well, this teaser trailer is so lame that if anybody is still excited about Heroes Reborn, go ahead and unfriend me now on Facebook and never talk to me again. Because that Aurora thing, and then showing that dude, what's that guy's name that plays Chuck? Whatever. Like, no.
That dude.
Who made that? Who directed that teaser trailer and thought, yeah.
Uwe Boll did. That's who made
Oh,
that.
Jesus. That looks fucking... Okay, if you haven't seen it, go check that out. Heroes Reborn teaser trailer. It's ridiculous. Like, they don't care if anybody watches Heroes anymore. They're just about to, like, shovel more shit in our faces.
Pooh.
Uncle Buck is coming out with a TV show.
But, hey, hold up. Is John Candy going to be in it?
That's my-
Is the
that's-
ghost of John Candy going to be in it?
Right?
Okay. I'm fully aware that a lot of people, and I don't know how, but I'm willing to bet money. A lot of people probably don't even remember John Candy like that. I grew up with John Candy.
Camp Candy.
I grew up with the man.
I love
So
that show.
Uncle Buck was an amazing movie. They had Macaulay Culkin in it, and if you haven't watched it, you should go watch it. Yes.
If they remade Uncle Buck with and they brought back Macaulay Culkin as Uncle Buck and Gabby Hoffman as like his wife or like sister who's the mom or whatever, then I want nothing to do with that because both of those people are creepy as hell looking now.
They should bring Macaulay Culkin back and have him wear that T-shirt while he's eating pizza.
With Ryan Gosling.
With Ryan Gosling wearing a T-shirt of him.
And Gabby Hoffman should just reprise her role from Girls.
Yeah, well, she just looks like one of the trashiest things I've ever seen in my life. She looked terrible in that show.
Hey, speaking of old movies, classic movies, undeniable masterpiece movies being turned into TV shows, I think Problem Child is being eyed to be turned into a TV show.
Yeah, there's a pilot getting ready to come out, and oh man, I don't know how
Is that a good idea? Really? Come on.
I don't
think so.
I don't think it's bad. I mean, it's not going to hurt anything to do it. Everything else is like that, so why
About
not?
a Boy is a show. They've got all these shows based off these old movies. Hollywood's running out of ideas.
Yeah, I was confused about that too, because Hollywood's been coming out with a lot of stuff that references shit that came out before kids these days were even existing, like Problem Child and Uncle Buck and Jurassic Park, and let's go back a couple of years ago when they decided to make a Sherman and Mr. Peabody movie. Like, I was like, nobody alive. I shouldn't know who Sherman and Mr. Peabody was. They were showing reruns for like 20 years before I was born. Much less the kids nowadays would know who it is. It seems like Hollywood's trying, instead of catering to the kids to get the kids to drag their parents to the movies, they're catering to the parents to get the parents to drag their kids to the movies.
But they're just being fucking lazy.
They are being lazy. And it's gotten to the point where we know better now. Now when we see like Smurfs is coming to Smurfs 3, we made a Snorks movie. Parents know better now.
Uncle KC may be right about this.
Uncle KC.
Because if you're gonna be, if Hollywood's gonna be lazy about something, I don't imagine them just say, "Hey man, why not bring Uncle Buck back?" Like, I think somebody probably did ask for that, and they were just like, maybe we can pull it off. But the question is the age group of who that's gonna appeal to. That's gonna appeal to probably like our age group of like the mid to late 20s, early 30s. It's not gonna be like some 12-year-old kid saying, I can't wait to go watch the Uncle Buck series.
No, I mean, I think families are going to watch these shows together, and then the parents are going to be like, hey, son, you know this was a movie about 25 to 30 years ago, and there's like, let's watch it, and they're going to put it in, and the kid's going to be bored. Like, this isn't the Uncle Buck I know and love.
I'll kill that kid. I'm sorry. That was uncalled for.
I've never hit a kid, but...
If you badmouth Uncle Buck, if you badmouth John Candy, we got problems.
John Candy is a legend. I agree with that, undeniably.
It's like, I don't even know how.
But like you said, to keep bringing back all this old shit, making more
that's like saying Jurassic Park 2
crap.
is better than Jurassic Park 1. I'll slap the god out of you.
But it is better.
What?
Just kidding.
Oh man, you almost gave me a heart attack.
You were about to get kicked away from this group. Saying some shit like that.
This podcast was
More
about to
Jeff
go in a whole
Goldblum
different
equals
direction.
better movie.
Shout out to Jeff Goldblum in the Fly. That movie was an undeniable masterpiece, by the way.
I forgot all about that movie.
No, look,
that was a good movie.
Look, the second one, Eric Stoltz, I'll give you, was man, but the first one was classic.
The second one was terrible.
Shout out to Eric Stoltz.
Son of the Fly, those are all good movies.
Yeah.
Hey, those were remakes. The Fly was a remake from an old black and white movie, and I think that I don't know.
This isn't a new phenomenon of remaking things, but like all I ask you to do is like space them out, let them get old, and then remake them. Don't give them a couple of years.
Spider-Man.
Yeah.
God damn it.
And then that's going to get remade yet again.
How many Spider-Mans are actually out there right now?
5 right now.
Jesus.
Yeah, 5.
Out of those 5, there should be like maybe 2.
Yeah, there's only 2 that I will watch.
Which one? 2 and Amazing?
The
2?
one with Macy Gray and the one
first
with
2.
Jeff Wingard.
Just I can put up with the new ones, but just the first 2. But that's a whole other thing.
I just like the second one with Doc Ock.
Wait a minute, and then the third one, when Peter slapped Mary Jane, that one scene, I'm cool with that too.
No, man, I like the last 30 minutes of the third one.
Really?
I'm sorry. That 30 minutes in the time where they were fighting Venom. Where he
I
was
need
fighting
everybody
Venom.
to stop trolling in this episode. I need you to stop. I had an energy drink, and I can't be responsible for who I punch.
I'm on that dust.
I'm on that dust.
I think I think we've said enough about TV and movies.
No.
No,
I want to
we got
talk about
one
one
more
more
thing.
thing. Me and Woodrow got
Yes.
something to say.
They won't talk about the Game of
Game
Thrones.
of Thrones.
It's not gay. Well, there's a
It's
lot
not
of gay
gay.
characters in it.
That's
but
true. There are quite a few gay characters.
There was the season 5 trailer, and it's been out for a while, and we were kind of slow to watch it, but I finally did watch it, and yes, please.
Give me some.
It's following the book a little bit, with Tyrion going off and having to be in disguise, and they're gonna meet up with Daenerys. It's gonna be cool. Look, you either like Game of Thrones or you don't. Just if you haven't seen the trailer, get excited because it's coming in April.
That's right. I'm ready. I'm excited.
Me so harn. Me so harn.
So y'all still try to convince me and Kaza to watch?
Nah, fuck y'all. Y'all ain't. We ain't
That's not
dealing
nice.
with
I mean,
y'all
we're cool
anymore.
with that.
But
Y'all got anything y'all want us to
really,
watch?
really, y'all should watch it though. Seriously,
Oh, I didn't watch Marco Polo. I'm sorry.
you need to watch.
I'm not gonna watch
Marco
it.
I'm
Me
never
neither.
gonna watch
Me neither.
Marco Polo.
I have no desire
Neither
to
one of
watch
y'all
Marco
ever
Polo.
want to watch it.
All right, that's enough of TV and movie. Wait, one more thing, one more entertainment thing. Robot Underdog 2 on YouTube. These people they teamed up with Machinima,
Yes.
and
Same company that distributed Street Fighter, Assassin's Fist, and the Mortal Kombat series. They're both YouTube series.
they made a live-action Dragon Ball Z featurette called Dragon Ball Z Light of Hope. And it's basically the history of Trunks. If you have no idea what we're talking about, go check that out, right now. Stop listening to this crap and go watch this. Go look up Robot Underdog 2 or type in live action DBZ, type in Light of Hope, whatever you got to do. But this is actually going to be out on February 23rd,
True. My birthday. Whoop whoop.
Henry's birthday. And, hey, like and share it as much as you can, because if these guys do a good job, we want them to be able to make more of these, because from what we're seeing, this is the best live-action Dragon Ball Z thing I've ever seen. Ever.
That's not saying a lot.
Even though
Oh,
that's
God,
a perfect
that's true.
segue to go into that movie, but there's no point in doing that because everyone's seen it. Everyone knows that it's doo-doo. There's no need to even discuss it, but
I'm going to go ahead and say it. If you liked Dragon Ball Evolution, unlike this page,
We're really going.
don't just delete me from Facebook. Block me from Facebook.
No,
don't just
hold on.
block him, report him.
Please do.
Report.
Because if you like
He
Dragon
shouldn't
Ball
be on
Evolution,
Facebook.
if you like that in any form or fashion, if you don't know anything about Dragon Ball Z and you just liked it as an action movie, you still suck as a human
So yeah,
being.
to recap, if you like Dragon Ball Evolution, stop being Kaiser's friend. And if you thought Heroes Reborn teaser trailer was cool, stop being my friend. So
Yeah, support Robot Underdog too, because
Robot
Like I said-
Underdog 2, Dragon Ball Z, Light of Hope.
yeah, the more support we show to them, the more and more they're gonna put more episodes out. So
Yeah.
I'm pretty excited about watching this.
All right, let's move on to game news. That's kind of weird we didn't start with game news, but let's go over there and
Super Bowl Sunday, man, that's what happened. And ads and me getting depressed.
Sunday.
Grand Theft. You pre-purchase Grand Theft, you get $1 million in game.
For the
That's on the PC,
version.
yeah.
Whoop, whoop.
Yeah.
So go on Steam, and if you plan on getting Grand Theft Auto 5, none of us condone pre-purchasing games. Permakids are against pre-purchases.
Why?
Because every pre-purchase game that comes out,
Well,
that's
some of us are at least.
the majority of the time the game usually doesn't work now.
Oh, yeah.
And they're just like, you know what, we'll send a patch later on. So by us not pre-purchasing games anymore, it's going to make them get their shit together.
I actually meant to ask y'all about this earlier, but we're already in the podcast. I'll go ahead and ask it now. Yeah, I was sitting here thinking, I was like, maybe I should pre-purchase, not Grand Theft Auto 5. I don't want to play that game anymore. But, well, you know what? I think I can get away with Nintendo. I'm going to still go ahead and pre-purchase my new 3DS with Majora's Mask. But
Dude, think of it this way though: if you get Grand Theft Auto 5 for the PC, we're about to see a bunch of mods in effect, and we're about to see Grand Theft Auto 5 look amazing. Think about all the shit you see from Skyrim, the mod community and the stuff that they put together. Grand Theft Auto 5 is going to be a field day for PC gamers.
oh man, it's gonna be Goat
Modern.
Simulator and San Andreas.
Jesus.
That's all it's going to be.
They've been waiting for this for so long that I'm pretty sure Rockstar has been keeping Heist on hold for the PC version to come out.
That would upset me.
They're not going to come out directly and just be like, hey, we didn't put out Heist because of the PC, but I mean, it's starting to kind of look that way to me. That like y'all are waiting for the PC version before y'all put out Ice. So I don't know. It's
Other than that, there's nothing really noteworthy on sale on Steam currently. February, Xbox Games with Gold. Is that what it's called?
games with gold. So it doesn't matter.
Oh, whatever.
You know, each month for Xbox 360, you get 2 free games a month.
Free
You
shit.
have live. And for the Xbox One, you usually sometimes you get 2, but usually they'll give you one like either new or pretty big game.
But for Xbox 360, people are going to be able to download Brothers: A Tale of Two Sons
Get it?
and Sniper Elite. What is that, version 2? I don't know what that means.
Yeah, never played it, but I kind of want to play it. It's free.
I'm hearing a lot of good things about Brothers, but if they're both free, I mean, just download them. If you got free space on your Xbox, or if you got some game you don't play, delete it.
I haven't played Brothers. I'm gonna download it later on tonight. But from what I heard, you will probably cry.
Me and Kaiser are both going to come into work just like, fuck you, Henry.
Yeah.
Just like tears, kind of like, something in my eye.
You can probably get through that game with, I want to say it's about 8 hours, maybe less than that. It's not that big of a game, but man, it tugs. It wasn't as sad as when I played the Walking Dead Telltale series, but it tugs.
Tugs in my boneyard.
I'm not
Anyway,
mentally prepared for that yet.
You're not emotionally prepared for it.
That either.
But the Xbox One free game of the month.
iDarb.
Hashtag iDarb.
Pixelated 2D basketball-ish
It's like
fucking mayhem.
basketball, volleyball, and soccer in 2D glory.
So me and you are gonna get that, and if you have an Xbox One, go ahead and download iDarb. When's that come out, tomorrow?
Should be today.
Today, right now. So go ahead and download
yesterday, shit.
iDarb. Friend us if you're not already
Probably
friends with
Tuesday.
us on Xbox One, and we can hit that up. And, yeah, and we'll record our game sessions and we'll post it on our future podcasts.
Should
hey,
be fun.
another thing that's coming out.
Battlefield Hardline tomorrow
Woot
with the
woot.
beta on Tuesday.
We get
February
to be cops,
3rd.
guys.
Been waiting a while for this game.
I'm gonna shoot so many black teens. It's gonna be so awesome.
You know what's crazy?
Whoa.
They were making a big deal about this game because it's during a time where like
Cops aren't.
the cops look like they're in the fucking military, and that's how they're dressed in the game, and they're just going around murdering people. So it does look kind of fucked up.
I mean,
Look, I'm
now
gonna have fun with this because I get to be the cop and
Yeah.
I get to kill some motherfuckers.
Plus-
I'm gonna have fun with this shit.
nowadays they're trying to like they made Maleficent movies where the
Would you wanna
villain
kill
is
black
actually
teens?
a good guy. And they got that other game, Evolve, you were talking about, where you can play as the villain. This
Yeah.
is just another game where we get to play as a villain. Shout out to the cops.
Cop
Hey,
villain, that
I'm just
is.
kidding. I'm just kidding. I love the police.
Y'all protect me. I'm gonna call y'all if I'm in trouble, so I'm not mad at y'all.
Yeah.
You know, my hands are up. I'm okay.
So you
Shout
think
out
this
to
will
Sir
make us
Dubbington.
fall? You know, all of us, you know, the majority of us in this room have played Battlefield religiously for a while, and we fell greatly out of love with it. Do you think this will bring us back to the Battlefield world?
Probably not.
Not really. I mean, I just want to play it.
Yeah, I just wanna be a cop.
Like I'm not sitting at home just like feeling like a crackhead. I just want to play the game and call it a day.
I need another year.
I just want to be a cop without the actual danger of being a police officer.
Battlefield 2, I was pretty addicted to. Battlefield 3 killed the vibe for me. Battlefield 4, I skipped. So, yeah, I'm expecting Hardline to be pretty fucking great.
Shout out to
But I don't think it's going to make me fall back in love with Battlefield.
shout out to Anthony and Garland because they play Battlefield 4 religiously. They still play it.
You guys are
On
going
the
to love
Xbox
Star
One.
Wars Battlefront. That game's awesome.
Yeah, I can't wait for that to come out.
Yeah, maybe I'll trade in Destiny for it.
Let's
I'm
just get rid of
gonna
that
trade
game.
in Destiny for iDarb.
We only, hey,
Idol.
from now on, when somebody says Destiny, let's all scream like in Pee Wee's Playhouse. Like, that's like the key word. We're just like, ah! Like, he said Destiny! Okay. Anyway, I don't really have an opinion on this, but Sony Online Entertainment sold, and they became Daybreak Game Company? This
They-
just broke. This news just broke.
What's crazy is that company controls PlanetSide 2.
Oh.
And PlanetSide 2 just broke the record for the most people online playing on one area at once. And I think it's getting ready to come out for the PS4. So that's just weird timing for this to happen. I don't understand that. I mean, it's only for the PS4 and the PC, but I don't know why they decided to leave. Maybe something happened. I don't know.
That was my brother's reason for wanting to get a PS4. That was was Planet Side too. I had never played it.
They said it's supposed to be full 1080 at 60 frames a second, but most PC people that I've heard talk about playing inside, they're all just like, "There's no way in hell that's gonna happen on the PS4." Because with PCs, it struggles to run 1080 at 30 frames a second, so I don't know how that's gonna work.
I saw some joke about like The Witcher 3. It's like if you're looking to play The Witcher 3 on maximum settings on your PC, just make sure you ask your boss at NASA if it's okay to like install the game on your work computer.
That game's gonna be huge. I just saw today. It's for the PS4. It's gonna be a 50 gigabyte download for that game.
Don't they
50.
realize they could just film actors and use those as cutscenes? I know they did that shit back in like the early days of PlayStation, and it was like lame. But they
You want the
Early days of PlayStation, they did that with Rambo on 360.
No, man. Y'all go back further than that with Sewer Shark on the Sega Genesis.
God damn.
That was horrible.
God.
That was bad. But there was one question I saw on the internet the other day. Before everybody's heads explode. It's a Destiny question. I was like, man, maybe they're gonna do it, and then nobody was like, what's happening? But
So you could edit in like the chair scream, but just that one part.
That one scene, yeah, I get that. I got it.
okay. But somebody had a question of which part was cooler, the Vault of Glass raid or the Crota raid?
Neither.
Well,
You got to pick one. Come on, we can't say neither. Pick one. If I had to pick one, I'd say Crota.
I'd say
Crota's just easier, and we're not getting as frustrated.
I say
but
the
Vault of Glass has
Vault of Glass is my pick.
the maze. It's got the going through portals and time. It's got the jump puzzle. It's got the Templar and all the. It's Vault of Glass just has more.
Yeah.
And,
we got just as frustrated doing the Vault of Glass
As we did with
doing
Crota.
It's
Exactly.
just after we get into a groove of doing things, we actually get through it pretty easily. It's just
See, it wasn't the easier or harder thing. It was just I felt like I was more fulfilled playing the Vault of Glass than finishing Crota. Finishing Crota, I was just like, oh, cool, man, we just finished Crota.
And
But
we did it in like 15 minutes that one day.
yeah, like it was weird. But finishing Vault of Glass, I screamed, I yelled. I know my neighbor was like, "What the fuck is he doing next door?"
we sure as hell did celebrate. I dropped my headset, nearly broke my controller. I think I did break my controller. Had to buy another one. I was pretty happy when we beat Crota the other day. It was just like, how? That's all that was going through my head. I was like, how did we do this?
It just feels like Crota just feels like an extra level. I don't know how to describe it. It just doesn't feel. It's fun, when we can fucking finish shit. It's fun, but it just doesn't seem as it's like it's missing something. Like another part needs to be added in there
I
somewhere.
wouldn't say it was fun either, though, because
I had fun.
I had a lot of fun doing Crota.
the pit run is fun. Don't get me wrong, that part is
Yeah.
fun. But trying to get across that bridge, not as fun.
That was the most fun
See-
part to me, is doing the bridge
No,
section.
I don't see how, because that didn't become a thing until like last week.
like
Every time we tried to do the bridge, what did we do?
fail.
We cheated.
Oh yeah,
Yeah,
We cheesed it.
that too.
So that's
I,
what.
I had fun destroying things while we were doing that.
But
Like that was nothing but just like, hey, I'm gonna stand on this pillar and snipe across, and I was just like,
we got the mad sprint in the pit where we get all the way there and wait for the bridge. That part's fun. When you gotta hold up, wait for the bridge to form behind you, then everybody just takes off across the bridge, and then you have the other bridge part where you got to go across one by one. It's slow. It's kind of boring. I didn't see any fun in that. And then you have the next part where you actually run down the hallway again. That's kind of fun. Even the Death Singer, I'd say, is somewhat fun. It's clusterfucked, but it's fun nonetheless. But
You're saying fun a lot for a dude who's given up completely on Destiny.
I know, right?
because I have to give up completely on Destiny. Can't do anything by myself in the damn game, so I was just like, fuck it. I'll just sit and play fantasy life.
Yeah, I think I've got a hypothetical question for us this week. And it's kind of sprung on you guys, so you don't even have to answer it. We can just move on if it's not a good question.
whoop.
But if you could live in one movie universe, which movie universe would you go to live in?
Pick a porn.
All right, let's move on. I think Kaiser just answered that question for all of us. I was going to say Last Action Hero so I could keep jumping into other movies.
That's a good answer.
Bam.
That's a good answer.
Yeah.
See, the way my mind's working right now, all I'm thinking of are places that I don't want to live, and I don't know what to say to myself. Like, I don't want to go in where the Time to Kill was. It's probably a real bad idea to go hang out in Rosewood.
Definitely don't want to go to Terminator Salvation.
Yeah, I'm not about that life either. I'm not ready to lead the revolution.
Fuck, did you just say Rosewood earlier?
Yeah.
Yes, he did.
Why did that just dawn on me?
Like, for real,
I don't even know what these movies are.
Don't want to be where Mississippi Burning happened.
Nah, I wouldn't go. That's yeah. I can't think of anything. I don't know. That's a good question.
Everybody wants to bypass roots, if for no other reason, because you'll be there for like ever.
Yeah, I want to be there for like 6 VHS tapes.
VHS tape. And they keep switching them out.
Yeah. Well, that's actually, that's not bad. I'm not mad at that.
Because
Cool.
then you could still go into the pornos
That's true.
and leave whenever you want.
That's true. Maybe Back to the Future too.
Yeah, get some hoverboards.
Get my Marty McFlys that I'm supposed to come out this year anyway. That might not be that bad. Get to hang out with Biff.
Fuck Bill.
You hang out with Biff. You'd be like the Billy Zane of that universe.
Weird Science.
Oh, yeah. That's a good answer. I like that. I'll be hanging out with Bill Paxton.
I don't want to hang out with Bill Paxton.
Toadman. You want to hang out with Biff? I can't hang out with Bill Paxton.
I don't think I want to hang out with Bill Paxton.
Whatever.
Maybe Bill Paxton in like Twister or something, but
Was that Bill Paxton? No, that was Bill Paxton.
Who wants to hang out in Gran Torino?
Zipper. Shout out to Clint Eastwood, but no, I ain't trying to roll with that either.
Y'all quit
might
bringing
have
up
to kill him.
racist stuff. It's making me uncomfortable.
Hey man, you did say you want to shoot unarmed black teens earlier, so I'm just
Oh, you know what? That's true. That's true. I take it back. Hey, it's called a double standard.
That's true.
Learn about it. All right. As far as local Texas-y stuff goes, February 26th through the 28th is the Nacogdoches Film Festival. George R.R. Martin's going to be there, Woodrow.
You know we gotta go.
Yeah, we're going to
That's
go.
a must.
I'm going to go touch him, touch his beard.
Yeah, we're gonna chill at the crib.
The Walker
Yeah.
Stalker Con, it's going down in March 14th through 15th in Dallas. You can go pick up tickets, or not pick up tickets, but you can get tickets at walkerstalkercon.ticketleap.com/Dallas. May 2nd, Kilgore's having a Geekend, which doesn't mean that they're ending all geek activity. It's a geek weekend, obviously. So mark your calendars, go up to Kilgore and check out the Tyler Rose City Comic Con. May 23rd, as they're having a Comic Palooza in Houston, and they're doing a Marvel vs. DC cosplay photo shoot thing, which I think is going to be pretty cool. We should probably hit that up. And in Dallas on May 29th is Fan Expo. And of course, Geeks, Games, and Gadgets is coming to the Nacogdoches Expo Center July 17th through the 19th, being put together by Lufkin's Town Square Media and being sponsored by Screen Geeks. So, I mean, we're going to do our best to show up to as many of these as possible, but we are kind of poor, so we're going to make it happen. We'll make it happen somehow.
Yeah, we'll be in there. Me and Cosmo probably won't be there for the George R.R. Martin thing, but we got Woodrow and James for that.
What?
Y'all suck, man.
You guys don't want to meet George R.R. Martin?
I have no desire to meet that old man.
Okay, well, jeez. Hey, pretty soon we're going to start looking up Kickstarter campaigns, like in our off time, and each of us will be pitching Kickstarter campaigns. I just looked at a couple of them. A couple of you guys know this name, Ellen Lee. He's like an illustrator. He makes these cool little comics or whatever. He made a card game called Exploding Kittens. He needed $10,000, and on Kickstarter he got over $5 million. So that game is about to come out.
Jeez, maybe we need to do a Kickstarter for us.
Yeah, hey, and if we make a Kickstarter,
Support us.
give us 50 cents, about $3.50.
Really.
Yeah, that might be coming soon because we could use the funds. I'm probably gonna edit all this out because I don't really like begging.
It's not begging. It's asking for support.
Come on, guys, support the Permakids. If you like what you hear, don't worry about it too much. We'll find a way. We are persistent Permakids.
Well, I did have one other
Cosmo
question I
looks
meant
like
to
he's
ask
about to kill
earlier
himself.
because he is now.
Fucking Taco Casa.
I'm leaving all that Taco Casa shit in the podcast.
Fuck Taco. I never. Note to self: if Casey ever says go to Taco Casa
Tell
again,
him
say
hell
no.
no.
Should have gone to Linda's Mexican Grease Emporium.
Best.
Better than Taco Casa.
Shout out to Lindo, Mexico. That's the place in town everybody needs to go eat their food from Lufkin.
We do not talk about Taco Casa anymore. Ever. Do not go there.
There's 2 rules of Fight Club. 1, you do not talk about Taco Casa. 2, you do not talk about Taco Casa. No. Really?
I'm cutting all this out.
All right, that was our podcast, friends.
Holla.
That's wrapping it up. Make sure you check us out
That
at
about wraps it up.
youtube.com/Permakids. And make sure you check us out at facebook.com/Permakids. And go to permakids.net. Wow.
A7.
Check us out in all those places. Like, comment, subscribe, rate,
Share.
all that shit. Because we do this for you guys. And we like doing fun shit.
And hey, if you have any comments or suggestions, feel free to message us about them, because we are perfectly fine with constructive criticism. If you tell us that we suck, that's fine too. We just want to know that people are out there listening.
Hey,
We enjoy likes and dislikes all the way around.
Yeah, click that dislike button.
We don't enjoy dislikes.
Yeah, we do.
I do.
We do.
I don't enjoy the dislikes.
Dislikes help you get better.
They turned me on.
the opinions of
You
those
have your
niggas
heart
do
on.
not reflect the entire Permakids employment here.
Get wet, don't you?
I don't like constructive criticism. You don't like us? Fuck you.
Stop being a little
Peace.
whiny bitch.
Look, man, don't make us talk about Speed Racer again. Shots fired. Woodrow didn't hear
Yeah, I
me.
think
Cool.
Fuck you. And we out this bitch.
Swerve.